Well, hello, everybody. Mitchell Osborne here. How are you out there? Let me know if you're live with me. It is 7:01 Eastern Standard Time, Mother's Day, May the 10th, 2020. We're in the middle of a pandemic, or actually, I think we're on the tail end of the pandemic. Things are starting to open up. I just went to get some takeout and several places. I kept ringing and ringing and nothing happened. Hey, Natasha. And finally, I got through like Olive Garden, and she's like, it'll be a 2 hour wait for takeout. So they're busy, probably short staffed, and it's Mother's Day. Hey, Susie. So this is my Sunday night event that I do, and I alternate between a mindfulness Sunday night and an animal communication Sunday night. So tonight is Talking Animals with Mitchell. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing setting an intention for all of us shortly, and then I'm going to I'm opening up something so I can see it. And then I'm going to do a little reading for all of us collectively. And then I'm going to talk some animal stuff, and we'll see where I can talk where things will go. So hey Kim, how are you? Hello, lots of love, UK. Woohoo! All right, and I'm in Central Florida, Orlando, Florida. So how have you guys been doing this week? Let me know what you feel comfortable sharing. Let me know how animals may have shown up in your life. Guidance, comfort, reprimanding. How have they shown up in your life this week? Yeah, just let me know some of that stuff. And in just a moment, I'm going to set an intention, and then I'll pull some cards. I'm going to pull some cards from the Arc Animal Tarot, a beautiful, like 148 cards. It's a full tarot deck, so the 78, and then like another 40 or 50 or 60 oracle cards. So my friend, and I can call her that because she calls me that. My friend Bernadette King created this deck. She lives a couple hours north of me in Gainesville. We still have not met each other in person, although I feel like we have probably crossed paths. We've both been in some of the same industries, entertainment, acting, and stuff like that at different times. So I have a feeling we've probably crossed paths. So anyway, so yes, welcome. And yeah, so what's been going on this week? I've got one more day where I have been redeployed, and I'm working one more day tomorrow at a COVID-19 drive-through testing site where we collect spit and send it off to a lab. I make sure everybody stays hydrated because we're outside in Florida. It's hot. I keep track of all the inventory. That's my main job every day. I bring inventories to the tent tables. I make sure we have enough for the next day. And then I move spit from one cooler to the next and wait for the lab guy to pick it up. So that's what I did during the pandemic. We are over my testing site that I'm part of. We're over 3,000 tests so far. One of the big challenges is the labs are backed up. So when we first started, it was like, okay, you'll get your results 2 or 3 days. A couple days later, it was 3 to 5 days. Now it's like 10 days. So it is taking a little bit longer. But anyway, and that's one reason why they're kind of shutting it down. Plus, things are starting to open back up so people can go to, emergency cares and their doctors and things like that. So Kim says, hello, we're good here. Dogs have even changed their vibration. My shepherd has become more calmer towards the cat. Nice. We have a new kitten. We saved the kitten. XXX, normal, she would want to eat it. Oh. Gotcha. So, all right, I see. So that's good that the kitten is safe. Yes, Natasha. And this depends on where you are. Whatever, here in Florida, things are opening back up, but across the border in Georgia or California, they're not opening up, and each state is doing things a little differently. I think Florida overall has done a pretty good job, but we're opening back up, and I don't know if I see a lot of people not wearing masks, and I wear a mask for one main reason, and that's because I work at a COVID testing site. So I put a mask on not knowing if I've been exposed, and I don't want to expose other people because I may be asymptomatic, but you never know. So, and I know that's a touchy subject. Oh, you're in Montreal. I was just talking to some Toronto, Montreal folk Friday night. So I don't think y'all have opened up yet either. And Susie said it's been a tough week this week, especially with the dogs. They have been very restless at bedtime, then finally getting to sleep and then waking me up at 4 a.m. I let them out and get back to sleep, then wake up again at 6-ish. I understand that. We've got an 18-year-old dachshund that does the same thing. Susie, don't forget we had a full moon in Scorpio on Thursday morning. So the dogs could have been feeling that very deep shift and change because Scorpio goes deep. Scorpio pendulum swings wide. So when the full moon is in Scorpio, it's going to really affect people, and it usually will uncover things, a lot of things that probably weren't hidden or you didn't know about. So Kim says you're still on lockdown in the UK. Natasha here, not that just people don't have masks, but they don't keep their distance. And yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of that either. And again, I know there's two sides. People believe one thing and the other. Susie said 2 of my older dogs are having health issues, anemia in one, and glaucoma in the other dog's eye. Oh my goodness. So sending you and the dogs some high vibration. All the animals that we come in contact with. It's still not good to hear, but animals seem to be thriving. Yeah, I know it is good. They do seem to be. Susie said, "Yep, I know. I had to." It had to be a full moon. Yeah. Yep, full moon will do that. I felt the full moon. I had to do that whole, what am I feeling? Why do I feel this way? I had to do that on Wednesday night, Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon. But usually I'm a little more, shall we say, aware of new moons than I am full moons. Full moons, I usually watch the crazy happen around me. New moons, I typically feel it more internal and just more aware of it. It's not bad anymore like it used to be, but I'm definitely more aware of it. So how you guys how animals been showing up in your life, and then type that in. But as you're typing, I want to set the intention for all of us watching this live, but also if you're watching it in the replay or the archive. This is a beautiful high vibrational intention setting that for everybody who hears my voice right now and continues to listen for the next 30 seconds, we're all part of this collective raising of the vibration. So that intention that I set for all of us is this. Take some deep breaths. That we would receive healing, guidance, confirmation, grounding, centering, balance, peace, harmony, alignment, joy, abundance, love, great care, compassion, health, wellness, safety, courage, and encouragement. I set the intention that we would resonate, operate, and vibrate in the highest frequency of that divine source, that pure white light, love, God, goddess energy that we can. I call in any and all of your and my angels and guides and those we work with on the other side, whether we know who they are or not, into this time we have together. As long as they stay in high vibration and play nice, all of this for our highest good and greatest growth, I say, and so it is. And so it is. So my cat Bart, or I shouldn't say my cat, but Bart, my animal companion, is right here with me. So he's sacked up. I was with a 9-month-old, maybe a year-old now, lab puppy dog today. Oh my gosh, such energy. Just food driven. So, all right, so intention is set. Boom, done. Natasha, this morning, my cat Blanco was coming to me as if he was telling me, thank you, Mommy, for taking care of me, as if he knew it was Mother's Day. I absolutely love it. And here's the funny part. The world will go, you're just making that up. But here's the real part. Natasha, that's what you felt. That's what you believed. Hold on to that, because I believe that that's what your cat Blanco was doing. They know the energy, they know the feeling, and for you to even think that's what they're doing, you were absolutely tapped into them. That's you using your intuitive psychic ability, because most people wouldn't even think that. Oh, look, they're coming to say Happy Mother's Day. They wouldn't even think that. They're like, what do you want? Why are you talking? Why are you making so much noise? It's too early in the morning. Where you were conscious enough to go, oh, you want to say Happy Mother's Day to me. Perfect. Thank you. So, all right, I'm going to do so from the Animal Oracle deck and Tarot deck. So what I usually do is tarot. I pull from the tarot card, And this is what the back of the deck looks like. Beautiful, beautiful kind of mountain with purple majesty and gold and yellow. I love that the condor is on the bottom. And the condor is King of Swords. Of course it is. Of course it is. So I'm going to pull a card for the collective. Basically, if you're watching and you can hear my voice, you're part of the collective right now. So the collective for right now, let's say maybe this week, you know, what's going on? What do you need to know? What guidance from the animal world can we have for the physical part of our lives? The physical. The oracle I'll pull for our spiritual side. So what guidance can we have for physical stuff going on? So let's just pull one card for the collective. And that card is Two of Wands. Look at that beautiful flamingo. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so and the key words are balancing act, take the first step. So first of all, Two of Wands, for me, Two of Wands is usually about making a decision, not thinking too hard about it, making the decision that's going to really help transform things, bring about a creative and inspirational spark. But this card, again, the key words were balancing act and take the first step. So take the first step definitely connects back with the Two of Wands. Take the first step, make a decision, whether you think it's right or wrong. You make the wrong one, quote unquote wrong one, you come back years later or lifetimes later, make the right one. Just make a decision. And then also make sure you find your equilibrium and your balance. Continue to find that, especially where we are in this crazy, crazy pandemic stuff that's going on. Find your balance, take your first steps. My message this week from my guide team was, first of all, what they do. Hey, Kathy, I'm not pulling cards specific. I'm pulling one for the collective. So that card was for you too. So if you didn't hear all of it, rewind after we're over and listen to it. So my message from my guide team for the collective this week, first of all, they, kind of say, what do you want me to say this week? And they show me a pinnacle, but it was a very steep pinnacle. And of course I say, why are you showing me the pinnacle? What's going on? And what they were showing me for this week, May 11th through the 17th, would be we're coming to a peak, coming to a pinnacle. And while we're there, we're going to be able to see much more clearly. Where I feel like before we were in the thick of it, in the fog, in the forest, down low where we couldn't see very much past, what's right in front of us, where I think we have a clearer vision. And, I love that it's kind of like a peak or pinnacle. And because then they were telling me, then we're going downhill from there, which, we go back to flattening the curve, blah, blah, blah. But definitely feel like this week is going to be a week where we're really all going to see clearly and then take the first step and keep your balance going on. Make the decision to go along with that. So now from the Oracle deck, let's dive into one card for the collective from a more spiritual place. So the physical body, get your physical body in balance. Take the next steps, whatever it is you need to take for your body. If you've been thinking about starting an exercise program, do it. It's time to take that step. This is all physical. If you're thinking about investing, money, resources, finances, physical stuff, the physical world, this is the time to take that step, but maintain that balance as well. All right. So from the Oracle deck, one card, let's look at it. And that card will be Turkey. I love it. This is beautiful. And let's look at that metal strategy service. So for me, metal, M-E-T-T-L-E is like, what are you made of? And then, so this is strategy and service. But also, let's be honest, turkeys are about Thanksgiving, being grateful and thankful for what's going on. And this is a fat turkey, so definitely, what are you made of right now? Where can you strategize? Where can you be of service? And again, this is more of a spiritual place. So from a high spiritual place, you are a rock star, and you have got all the help and guidance from the other side to be able to strategize whatever it is. And then also, if you're unclear what your role, your purpose is here, or what the best way you can help serve humanity and what's going on, connect with the guys on the other side and just kind of ask them what is the best way for you to do that. So are your two cards. One kind of more for the physical and one a little bit more for the spiritual side of things. So those of you joining, if you've had any animal connections this week, just give me like a brief summary of what's been going on. I love to kind of connect with the animals that are out there in the world. I'm trying to think what animals came across my path. Sandhill cranes, which are very lucky, very fortuitous, very beautiful. Kim said, always be thankful, always be truth, always be in your truth. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. So, and you guys, if you're just joining and you haven't said hello yet, say hey. Let me know where you're watching from if you want to. You don't have to. So last week or 2 weeks ago, I spoke of Boyd Varty, who is doing a podcast. Today's his 40th day in Langalosi Reserve down in South Africa. And he every day does like a 10-minute podcast of what's been going on. It's really been beautiful. And I find it very fascinating that I discovered it right when I started doing all my redeployment and working with the COVID testing. And I had to catch up. So the first couple of days I would listen to like 2 or 3 on my drive to work. It's about a 40-minute drive, 45-minute drive. And then I caught up and it was like one per day. And tomorrow is his 40th day. And tomorrow I finished my time with the COVID testing site. So I thought it was really interesting that all of this lined up with that. But some really beautiful things came out of listening to him. And he's got a great South African accent. But yeah, so check it out. Track Your Life is the podcast. Boyd Varty, Boydvarty, Varty. But yeah, interesting guy. I really like, very spiritual. Yeah, and he's kind of a coach. Hey, Carol. And so he's kind of a coach, but he's used the fact that he's been out, in South Africa as a tracker for years. His family, like 2 generations ago, they tracked, they hunted, they killed. But in the last 2 generations, they've changed that not to hunting and killing, but taking people out to experience wild and its true wild nature. So it's been kind of interesting. So Kim said, yes, I have a squirrel and a little robin come to me every morning since the lockdown. It's been beautiful connection. That is wonderful. And if you ever want to find out, just real quick what the message is, you type in squirrel totem and it'll usually bring up a squirrel totem right away. Robin totem. Squirrels are about, kind of collection, watching your bag, saving for the rainy day kind of a thing. Carol said raven, blue jay, cardinal, squirrel, and blue heron. All right. Who's bragging about all the animals in their life? I love it. And Carol, are you a Floridian? Because blue herons are usually not too far north. And I see blue herons all the time here in Florida, which is a blessing. And squirrels. Not a lot of ravens, blue jays, or cardinals in Florida, but I do see them occasionally. But yeah, more blue herons than, blue heron, white heron, sandhill cranes. Kim, vegetarian. That's good. Good for you. So yeah. So anyway, so any other animal connections this week, you guys? But I'm trying to remember if they weren't. I didn't have any standout animal moments for me this week. I usually just do a quick connection. I think the sandhill cranes were the biggest one that I saw. For the last couple of weeks, the duck just kept coming back. Robins are winter bird here. Okay, gotcha. Don't really have winter down here. Not in Florida. Hey, Jadranka. Am I saying it right? Or is it Hadranka? And Fabian. Raven, so often his name is Ozzy. I love it. In Texas, they nest on nearby. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But yeah, you guys, if you ever, and another place, let me type this in. Another place where I look up is www.spirit-animal. I think that's what it is. Spiritanimals.com. I think that's, let me just double check. Because that's one place where spirit-animals.com. That's where and that is a huge list, but every once in a while there's not an animal on there. And all you got to do is type in, sandhill crane totem, and boom, it'll pop right up. Yeah, Michelle, cranes everywhere. Absolutely. Ducks are walking around here near the water. Absolutely, yes. So you guys, I did not have any animals pop into my meeting event because what I normally do is I will do a little mini reading or two if somebody posted an animal, but I did not have any. And I can't take it right now. I have to have it ahead of time, and that's part of the news. So anytime you see this event on my page, read the instructions, and you can post a picture of an animal because then I have to save it, put it on my computer, and then I can bring it up let's see, just like I might bring this up. I bring the picture of an animal up, and then I can do a quick little reading, but can't do it unless I have it ahead of time. So Kim said also we have new family of foxes. Wow. But we have one cheeky one that has been coming in your living room. Usually they don't come too close. I love it. So interesting that you say foxes. So I want to Google, and because I want to do this, this is how my brain works. So I'm looking up fox, and the reason I'm looking up fox, because up until 2 years ago, at the longest, we didn't hear about foxes in our town. We didn't have foxes. We didn't have signs that say beware of foxes. They're eating your cats and small dogs. We just didn't have that. And the reason I say this is how my mind works, I'm like, what's all of a sudden all the foxes? And here's what I love. Foxes, this is their message. Utilize all your resources, the seen and unseen, in order to accomplish your goal today. So I feel like our foxes are telling us to come in and utilize our resources. And they're usually a symbol for letting you know that the solution to a problem is at hand. Like a monkey, this animal spirit has the ingenuity to solve any problem. However, in this case, fox meaning is guiding you to solitude and silence until you see the way out. I love that because a lot of us have been in a lot of solitude and silence lately. But yeah, so when all of a sudden, like if all of a sudden foxes are invading your community when they normally haven't been around, ask foxes, what message do you have for us? And then you can kind of Google it and look it up. Michelle says, yes, I would really like for you to read one of my dogs sometimes. Absolutely. And you guys, I do mini readings here every other week for animals. But if you ever want, just go to mitchellosborne.com, book your session, and it'll be just me and you for 30 minutes, me, you, and your animal for 30 minutes. And it's $50 for a 30-minute session. So yeah. But otherwise, you could always get one here. You just got to plan ahead a little bit. And if you book a session with me, you get to pick the time of the day. You attach a picture to the purchase, and I look over the picture before I call you. So Kim said, people think they're cunning, but they're not. Tiffany. Hey, Tiffany. Aptos, California. Welcome. Good to see you. Kim, I've been feeding them. Excellent. I think they got to eat. Oh, it's one of those where I don't know enough about them to say that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like alligators, unfortunately, you don't want to feed alligators because then they become too familiar. Then they do attack our animals and our dogs and our cats. Because alligators, they truly can find their own food pretty easily out there. And they don't have to eat that often. They don't, their metabolisms are slow, so slow. Kim, you live in the forest. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. So, well, you guys, any other quick questions about animal communication or just things that's been going on? Because I'm just going to kind of bring this to a close in the next couple of minutes. And then next Sunday night, I'll be doing some mindfulness. We usually end in a meditation. 2 weeks from tonight, I'm not sure. Let me hold on. Let me look. Because 2 weeks from tonight, 2 weeks from tonight on the 24th, I'll be back. But on the 31st, I'm going to be part of a special event on YouTube. I can't tell you too much, but it's going to be 24 hours of YouTube channeling tarot stuff. I'm an hour. It's 8 o'clock on Sunday the 31st. That's my hour. And I'll be talking and teaching about reading tarot in layers. So that's my hour, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But we're all over the world, and there's a gentleman that's organizing it. So there's 25 of us because he starts it with the first hour and ends it with the last hour, or 24 of us. So yeah, it's going to be kind of a cool event. So But anyway, you guys, so thanks for hanging out with me for about 30 minutes. And like I said, if you ever have any questions, you could always type something into this link. If you want, tag me so that way I'll see it and I'll reply. If you type it in here, sometimes I usually just go by and hit like. Kim says, when I do meditation, my little Jack Russell lays on me and also copies me with yoga. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Bartolomeo usually lays on my belly, but it's interesting. Sometimes when I'm going through like chakra balancing or I'm shifting my focus of my mantras or meditation, sometimes I'll do a shift and he'll get up and leave. And it was like, oh, okay, he didn't like this part. Mahalo. Yay. Thank you so much, Tiffany. Thank you. So yeah, and you guys, thank you for anytime this pops up for sharing it. You can, start like a watch party or something like that. Share it on your page. Hey, Christy, we're about to sign off, but it's good to see you. But anyway, yeah, and so check out mitchellosborne.com. Also, I have over 50 spreads. They're tarot spreads, some Lenormand, but you find a spread for something that you're going through. I do the spread, design it just for you. I pull the 5, 6, 8, 10, 12 cards, however many you buy, deliver it back to you in a YouTube video, and you can watch it over as much as you want. You actually get homework from me where you're supposed to watch it 3 to 5 times and get a tarot journal, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, so check that out. I love. That's probably one of my favorite things to do because I just turn the camera on and I just pull the cards. I pull the cards and Spirit just works right through me. Carol, thank you. Be well as well. Kim, you are welcome. Thank you so much. Susie, thank you. Love to everybody. Yes, Kim, thank you. So I'm going to sign off, but sending you all beautiful, wonderful high vibrations. If you came in late, go back to the beginning and watch the opening part. And because there's a message from the Arcanimal Tarot and Oracle deck. I pulled one card from the Oracle and one card from Tarot for us. And yeah. All right. Until next time, namaste, healthy and safe. Bye-bye.